Hello kids, today I'd like to talk to those of you who think that a nickel's worth of words creatively arranged constitutes intelligence. I am, of course, speaking to the orators of over-pontification. I believe that as a nation and a society we are becoming more and more duped by over-pontificators thinking them to be wiser, smarter, and more educated than you and I. But that isn't the case. As long as we've had society, we've had snake oil salesmen hooking us with the allure of instant gratification, end-alls, and cure-alls. Nowadays, even our government is speaking to us in the same terms, numbing our senses and confabulating with us with words that may cost a lot, but in the end only confuse and confound. Is this truly a sign of intelligence, or have we just become so used to the common everyday words that we need to inject a bit of dignity back into our rhetoric? And if using the nickel and dime-sized words is not enough to arouse us as a people, then the next best thing is to speak to us in a pitch that we, as Americans, usually reserve for our mentally challenged and foreigners. Just flip through any 10 channels at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you will be inundated with ads and ad men who are screaming that their product can kaboom away stains and that a pinch of BAM will make any food taste better. Are we, as a society, so deaf and uneducated that this type of sales strategy works? If so, then wowzers, I have a bridge that I'd like to sell you! And what do we think of those who shouldn't use the nickel and dime-sized words using them? Usually incorrectly. I have to admit I enjoy the famous making idiotic statements for the sake of looking intelligent. I mean, it totally makes me feel like a rock scientist. Not that I'm an orator of big words. I watch the spelling bee like everyone else, and when the poor child asks for the word to be used in a sentence, I wholeheartedly expect the judges to say this. Snarl occipiter. And Betty was laughed at by the other girls because she thought that snarl occipiter was a real word. Snarl occipiter. Why can't we say what's on our mind? Just spit it out. Everyone speak commonese. Instead of saying that you have a vested interest in securing a fastidious means to the end of conflict in Iraq, just say, man, I wish the war would end soon. If you must insist on over-pontificating, save it for a time when no one would ever expect it. Like in the drive-thru. Yes, good sir, I'm desiring a gratuitous serving of your halcyon gilded crinkle-cut potatoes. Instead of, supersize me. That would be intelligent, taking an ordinary situation in which no real level of intelligence is necessary to complete the transaction, ultimately making you and those around you temporarily feel important, while giving the employee just enough time to expectorate into your food. And if you think that a profound grasp on the English language earns bonus points for those that are actually educated, think again. Talking briefly to a couple of highly educated women in the collegiate field, I learned that most view over-pontification as a sign of insecurity. An overstated, if you don't have anything nice to say. So tuck your thesaurus back into its rightful place, between the limited edition crystal clear Obi-Wan Kenobi box top giveaway and your stolen high school copy of Romeo and Juliet, and leave the nickels and dimes to those who really need them. The homeless. I mean, the domiciled dispossessed. Snarl occipiter. Betty was laughed at by the other girls because she thought that snarl occipiter was a real word. Snarl occipiter. Hello, Max.